Welcome back, everyone, to part 3 of this Hades playthrough. Gonna get right back to trying to escape on escape attempt number 3. So, next aim is to unlock the shield and continue on.
Ready.
Not much to go over. Let's get to it.
That looks like a Daedalus hammer.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so right here we have a Daedalus hammer, which offers weapon upgrades.
For my weapon.
Where usually we're getting boons from the gods. These ones are simply for our weapon. And this one, I'm most likely going to go with Supernova.
Daedalus, wherever you may be right now, thank you.
The other ones were nice, but definitely the my hits restore health, but I have much less of it. Not exactly optimum.
Each time the prince delves back into the underworld, its ever-shifting chambers realign to frustrate his attempts to maybe map it out.
Built to ensure no one gets out. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Doing well down here in Georgia. Just finished recording some stuff for a new video. I was testing out with some 4K recording on what else but the building of a model Gundam. Yep, I am that kind of a nerd. I now have 2 sitting here on my desk, and they look awesome. I really like them, so I'm currently editing through that footage to boil it down to what was hopefully a 10 to 15 minute video out of what I think is about 3 to 4 hours of 4K footage, which totals to, at the moment, 73.3 gigs of footage. Yikes. But right here we have an arrow. This is Artemis.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I've heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
Now, Artemis's boons all deal with critical damage. So, any damage you deal will be a little bit stronger, but has also a chance to deal critical damage.
I sure could use some company now that she mentions it. The power of the hunt sounds handy too.
Artemis is probably my second favorite. So if we're going to rank them, it's Athena, Artemis, and Poseidon as my favorites. And Artemis is just also just like joyfully awkward once you get to know her. Ow. Both of those were my fault. Get some darkness in here. Let's go get some coin. Yeah, definitely editing through that 4K footage is going to be probably the chunkiest video I've edited in a long time. Last thing I edited that was even remotely that thick was a documentary I made back in college in 2016. And that ended up being about a good 25 gigs of footage in the end. After we edited everything out of about another 100 or so gigs of footage. A few hundred, I think. I really can't remember. It was too long ago. So here you have the Well of Charon, which is pretty much your pop-up shop. And I'm going to go ahead and buy a Centaur Soul because I know how I am with health. Let's go see Sisyphus.
Good morning, or whenever.
Hey, sir.
You know, Prince, it's been good not having to see those Fury sisters quite as much lately. The main one, what's her name? She's on your case now, isn't she?
You mean Megaera? She's on my case, all right. Under strict orders not to let me out of Tartarus. I guess that means you've got yourself a break. About damn time they gave one to you, sir.
So, I think health-wise I'm doing relatively okay. I'll probably take that anyways. Who am I kidding?
Thank you, mate.
I'll take the health.
Within the depths of Tartarus reside the most wretched of all the shades who linger for eternity within the underworld, whose lord and master is especially unkind to those attempting to cheat death.
Lots of wretchedness to go around, I guess.
You got this, Prince.
Let's see what Dionysus has for us.
Ready, lads?
Yeah, I keep on seeing some more news about this game coming closer and closer to its official launch window. And that the Switch version is coming out and all the good stuff about it, even though there won't be, you know, PC cross-Switch save ports, which isn't the biggest, you know, downside to me. That doesn't ruin my day. Ooh, wow, already using Death to Find on the mini-boss. Granted, I'm talking a lot and not paying much attention, so that is my fault. Hopefully I come across a fountain.
Hey man, you've been having some bad run-ins with that Fury Megaera. Is that her name? Now, isn't she a real firebrand? Maybe this'll help you out next time you meet.
I can switch to a different boon.
I can either go with the Special Inflicting Hangover or the Lob for Festive Fog. Let's go with the Special this time.
Things up.
Hangover is just damage over time, which is nice.
They got me.
It can be a little bit more helpful around bosses, I guess, because I can hit them and then run.
Easy.
That was a lot of skulls. Now I've already noted that I have enough keys to unlock the shield next time I get to the hub area, which is going to be very exciting because the shield is by far, besides certain aspects of each weapon, the shield is my favorite. Probably second to the hidden aspect of the Stygian blade, which we'll only get to when we get to it. Here's a hint. It's King Arthur's sword, so otherwise known as the Aspect of Arthur. Now, Charon's Shop or a Palm of Power? I feel like a boss fight's coming up, so let's go with the shop.
Sounds like Charon's breathing up ahead.
Well, that's a little bit rude. But let's take the health,
Better.
because I need it.
Hey, good to see you out here, mate. It looks as though you've got some fine wares up for sale, don't you?
Once again, Charon, man of few words. But even going back through the beginning parts of this game after having was effectively a completed game file on my main save, even replaying from this point onward is still incredibly fun, which I think gives a lot of credit to how they built this game to be very infinitely replayable, even from the beginning again. So, props to you, Supergiant Games.
I'll take that.
Yes, another Centaur heart. Increasing your health in a game like this, never a bad thing. Just increases your longevity over time. Have there been runs where I've gotten to about 400 health? Yes. And that is through some very select boons. Thank you.
Keep me going for a bit.
Ooh. We're gonna go meet Aphrodite. Anyone else remember the old Hercules animated series on Disney way back in the late 90s, early 2000s? And then Aphrodite had her own theme song. It was hilarious.
Must be a mess. Let's see here. Hi there. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Why, hello there, little godling. I have to say, you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
So Aphrodite's power deals with what's called weak, which is kind of how it sounds. Whatever is inflicted by it deals less damage. Now we can do Wave of Despair, which deals damage and inflicts weak, which requires me to take damage. Or I think Passion Dash is going to be a little bit better in this case.
I feel
Just because it'll do stuff like that. It'll deal damage where I end up, which is a little bit more beneficial. Alright, Megaera, round 3.
Hades ought to lock you up rather than let you run amok in his domain like this.
I'm sure he'd welcome all this feedback from you, Meg. Or maybe you're just pining for my father's job.
I have no envy for your father's position. Besides, I happen to enjoy my own responsibilities.
Alright, let's see how things go this time. Because now I can deal damage over time and cause it to deal less damage. I'm going to try and play smart here and try and keep my distance. Because personally, I would like to be able to get past at least Megaera by the 5th escape attempt. If not sooner, which would be nice, like this one. And apologies if I don't talk too much during these boss fights. I am concentrating. Ow.
In the name of Hades.
Little man, that's a little insulting, don't you think? We're about the same size. Alright, got Megaera on phase 4. Might get a little aggressive here. Not too, because she likes to pull out these bullet hell sessions, or sections. Yeah! Alright. I will admit,
The ancient blood.
this was the quickest I've gotten Megaera, because the first time I got, it took me past 5 attempts. Granted, I guess it comes with, you know, playing the game a lot. So between each level of hell, Dad ain't happy about that. Between each level of hell, you will stop by these little areas where you can replenish health. You have these pools of purging, which means you can get rid of unwanted boons. I want all of these, so I'm not getting rid of any. But if you have ones you just really aren't using or trying to go for a different build, you can use these to get some coin and then buy some stuff from the Well of Charon. Don't really need anything there. I rarely ever buy stuff from there. But now,
Away from home.
we're going to go from Tartarus to Asphodel, which is the more helly looking version of hell. Hey, Loki.
Now
Hi.
we're getting somewhere.
Hi. Meow. Yeah, you might hear in the background a cat meowing. That is my cat, Loki.
The once verdant plains of Asphodel are now engulfed in scintillating flame, having been flooded by the river Phlegethon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame proof.
Yep, the biggest danger of Asphodel is lava. So let's take a look.
It's nice and warm out here, I'll give it that.
Pretty much looks like Dante's Inferno. Granted, Dante's Inferno is Roman. This is Greek, but they share their similarities, in a way. Yeah. So the main boss of Asphodel, if I'm able to get to it, is a Hydra. Well, a Hydra skeleton. Though if we are able to encounter her, Asphodel is home to probably my favorite random Greek legend encounter, which is Eurydice. If any of you have listened to or seen Hades Town, that is the young girl who becomes the muse of Orpheus, the musician. But she gives probably some of the best random benefits, which increase the power of the perks you already have.
More darkness.
Take some of that. And now we have palms of power or more money. Let's go with the palms.
Next island.
You know, increase the strength of the boons I already have. That'll be useful. Yeah, once we get the codex, we'll be able to see the name of all these random denizens we encounter. Because there are burn flingers, numbskulls, wretches, brutes, so many different names. So then you go to the vermin and satyrs once you get up to other areas. And just again, the amount of effort and detail put in by Supergiant Games for even the smallest enemy is definitely noted and very appreciated.
A palm of power.
Let's increase my attack damage.
They must have lots of these upon Olympus.
Money or health? I know how I play. Let's go for health.
Slam dancers.
You see, they look similar to burn flingers, but they're slam dancers. There's a difference. They slam, where burn flingers fling.
There's more.
See, these are burn flingers, and that's a slam dancer. Can you tell which one is which? Only to the trained eye. Stay still, there we go. Like I said, I'm very excited for the official release of this game, because once we're able to figure out where the story does go after you beat the final area, it can also go a lot of places. I'm fine with any of it. Let's go with the Eye of the Lamia. Just a momentary increase of finding health items is very helpful at this point. Let's go see what Athena has. I know there was Artemis and the shop, but I just want to go see Athena, because she has my favorite perks.
Why, it's the Barge of Death.
And the Barge of Death. This is effectively a mini-boss, which is more like a enemy rush. There's 3 waves of enemies here, and this is the only place you can get to. And then those blue faces, if you don't destroy them, offer shields to the other enemies, so they're definitely the first priority when it comes to enemies you take out. Ow. Well, here's hoping that those enemies drop some health items like that item I bought should increase. Great, it was only an increase, not a guarantee.
No effect.
Yes, there you go. So these blue faces, when they labor around, they give the other enemies shields, which just makes them that more, annoying. And notice that these enemies that have these skulls next to their names, these are effectively elites, or at least armored. So they just have double the health bar, but there are perks that allow you to deal extra damage to armor. Almost done, there we go. And then the barge arrives just on time.
Goddess Athena.
And let's see what Athena has to offer.
For you, my cousin Zagreus, I wish to offer the most potent of the blessings I am able to bestow. Make wise your use of this, and rise toward us.
Now she says the most potent. It's still up to RNG.
A boon for a boon.
Oh. Dionysus, you're a cool dude and everything, but she is offering a heroic boon. I'm taking it.
Dionysus won't mind.
And in all, they usually don't. There are certain rooms that can pit God against God, but overall, not really. Like, he says that they really don't mind. It's only the God versus God rooms where they mind, per se.
Wait, Magus.
So yeah, I will happily sacrifice my boon to deal slight damage over time and to deflect projectile attacks and deal more damage. I will happily take that any day of the week. Granted, once we do discover them, there are duo boons, which there are for each pairing of the gods, which allow powers and abilities that take a little bit from both sides of the page. For example, there's one for Poseidon and Zeus that any enemy that is knocked away by a boon, or a Poseidon-type boon, while they're moving, will incur lightning-type damage.
Bottle of nectar.
Now here we have Nectar. Nectar is very interesting.
Who should I give this to?
Nectar is used as gifts to improve the relationship status between you and other characters. If anyone here has played Persona, it's like filling up a friendship meter or something like that. And once we get back to the House of Hades, we'll most likely be able to give it to somebody, and we'll see how that works.
Gorgons.
And if anyone's played Castlevania, we all love a good Medusa head. Because they float everywhere and can slow you down, which is the most wonderful thing, because we all enjoy that. Now the better question is, where's the other ones? There he is. Wow, you were hiding in the corner. Booyah.
Yes.
Got some more life. No, 175, and I'm quite happy about that. Now we have 3 choices. We can either go to Artemis, get a palm, or the shop. I have a feeling the boss fight is coming up, so we're going to go to the shop. Wonderful.
Having traversed the flaming river Phlegathon to gain this vantage point, relentless Zagreus must now confront a foe of unimaginable savagery who lies ahead, awaiting patiently its time to strike.
Way to spoil the surprise, old man.
I mean, he didn't say it was a Hydra. So let's see what Athena has to offer here.
It feels unseemly to make contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares. Nonetheless, this was an opportunity.
So no high rarity boons, but I'll still take it. I'll definitely take an increased damage of my bloodshot for the cast. And some health. So, right here you see that I can gift the bottle of nectar to Charon. Now, I'd love to do that for Charon first, but I'd rather give it to another character. Just because I know how I did things last time. So when we get back to the House of Hades, we'll give one of the characters there the bottle of nectar and see what happens. So let's go see the boss.
Hello?
Say hello to the Hydra.
Oh, great.
Now, for anyone reading the words up there, that is the LERNAEAN Bone Hydra. Now, the Hydra has 3 stages, each of them more meddling than the last. Because also, if anyone's seen Hercules, Hydras have heads, and lots of them. Thankfully, I have a relatively powerful special, so I can get rid of those real quick. But each head of the Hydra will have slightly different designs, each one signifying usual abilities or powers that they have. Some of them are a little bit more ground pound-esque, some of them do more projectile stuff. So the heads are just slightly different to signify the different abilities that they have. I'll admit, since I know how the Hydra operates here, I'm definitely doing better than my first encounter way back when I got the game. Because now there's round 2, and instead of 3 heads, it pops out 6. And the quicker I get rid of them, the better. And usually I've found taking care of them 2 at a time is the more optimal strategy. Of course, it all depends on how your abilities work and just what you got up your sleeve. Granted, I play any more recklessly and I will not survive this fight. There we go. That AoE got me. Dang. Well, at least I made it to the Hydra.
I'll get that Hydra.
Yep, so now the next objective is to give nectar to a friend.
Owie, looks like the bone hydra of Asphodel just stomped you that time, huh? I hear each of its heads has its own nasty tricks. That must be tough.
It was unpleasant, yes.
Not giving it to Hypnos.
Such a shame.
Achilles, sir. I got a relic of some sort out there. A globule of ancient blood which formed after I fought with Megaera. Is this really the Titan's blood I found?
As far as I know, yes, lad, that it is. Though whose exactly, I'm not so sure. You'd best hang on to it and keep it safe. Your weapons, they shall thirst for it and drink it up. Not yet, perhaps, but soon.
Well, I wasn't about to drink it.
Yeah, so the Titan's blood that I got from beating Megaera is used to upgrade and unlock weapon aspects. But also I'm giving this to Achilles.
Hey, Achilles. Look, this really isn't much, but here.
This really is for me? You beat me to it then, as I had meant to give you this when next we spoke. Please, take it.
Thanks so much, sir.
So when you give nectar to any of these NPCs that you can talk to, you receive trinkets from them, which will be little things you can take into each run that give you specific boons.
You keep an eye on Father for me, boy. Don't let him sour up everyone's mood.
Cerberus promises to do exactly that, in his own way.
Father, what happened to the lounge? The only place for anyone to have a little fun around here, and you seal it shut.
Oh, I had little choice about that, boy. You see, after you fled the first time, Cerberus, why, he was very much upset. Utterly tore the place to shreds. It's now under repair. All thanks to you.
You're really blaming me for not minding the dog while I was out and while you all were here.
I lay the blame entirely upon you, yes. Who else? It's fortunate that Cerberus has calmed himself since then. Come to his senses, I should say. May you yet come to yours.
Can't really do any renovations at the moment.
Shades of the court, I'll
Hey,
get
boy,
your claims
just as long as one of your 3 heads enjoys these pets.
Next.
Always pet the dog.
What?
Hey, don't give me that. Yep, soon we'll be able to get in here into the lounge, but soon.
Is that all?
You have encountered setbacks within Asphodel, have you not, child? The bloodless shades residing there are eager to bring death to any form of life. Beware of their infernal power.
They'd better beware of me.
And now we can talk to Megaera.
The prodigal son returns. Everyone's saying I went easy on you, Zag.
Don't worry, Meg. I eventually managed to get home the painful way after all.
Look, I have a reputation to uphold. You get past me again like that, you best go all the way. Now leave me be and don't think you're gonna be so lucky next we meet out there.
Zagreus and Megaera have a very complicated relationship, as you'll find out. And if it's not already apparent. So now we have a little bit more darkness.
Night and darkness.
Can't really upgrade much except Shadow Presence, and that one's not going to do much for me, so we'll hold on to it and wait for a greater upgrade. But before we end this episode, first off, talk to Skelly.
Don't suppose I can talk you into fighting back this time?
Not a chance, boyo. I'm paid to take it, not to dish it out. Now give it to me.
Okay.
But we're going to unlock the shield.
The courtyard of the House of Hades is kept neat and orderly, in contrast to the terrifying sprawl that lies beyond.
It's not that orderly, really.
Because yes, we can get the spear, but I want the shield.
Open up. You just shield of chaos. Lend me your power.
Yeah, that one's pretty nice.
Now the shield is great because, whereas the Stygian blade, its special is more centralized to where you are. The shield is much more distance-based, and it's much easier to deal damage from a distance and not have to worry about being up close. And then you can upgrade that throw to bounce between enemies. It's great. And then one of the aspects of it, the aspect of Zeus, makes it more like just a floating wheel of death.
Got something new to try.
Yeah, so here we have these keepsakes, these trinkets. And there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 23 of them so far. Room for 30. And like it says, when using this one, you take 20% less damage from the front, but take 10% more from the back. So pretty much just watch where you're going. It's kind of fitting that from Achilles because of the Achilles heel on the back. And then as you clear more encounters, you'll rank them up and that amount of damage taken from the front and from the back will increase and decrease as so seen. It's really nice.
All set.
So, now we have a new weapon, a new trinket, and we're getting ready for our next run. Escape attempt number 4.
Not now or
Hopefully we'll get past Megaera again this time, and then we'll actually get past the Hydra. Fingers crossed. But thank you all for watching. This is Arms Up Gaming. My name is Alex, and thank you all for watching once again. If you don't mind, drop a like and subscribe down there. It really helps me out and helps grow the channel. And I will see you all here in Tartarus in the next episode. Take it easy, everyone.